Welcome to episode number 7 of Take the Trip with Us, where you get to hear from travel professionals who've experienced destinations firsthand. Today, I have Karen Spanish with me, and it's very exciting because not only are we going to hear about her recent visit to Aulani, she is actually there right now at Aulani, Disney's resort and spa on the island of Oahu. Now, Karen actually was born in Hawaii, but she didn't grow up there, but she's lived there now for about 4 years with her family. They are a family of 4. They have 2 kids. Her daughter is 6 and her son is 9. They love the beauty there in Hawaii, and we're going to let her tell us more about the culture there at Aulani and why she really loves everything about it and how it tells that Hawaiian story. So, Karen, I see you in a beautiful spot there overlooking the resort, and it's so awesome.
No, right?
Yes. Now, I know you don't have a mask on, but that's because you're off property.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay. Super. So you checked in on the very first day that Aulani opened their phased reopening. What can you tell me about that? Since you've stayed there before, what were the differences that you saw?
Yeah, so I did the online early check-in via their app, which Aulani just launched, by the way, and that has been super helpful. So I'll mention that again later. But yes, I did do the early online check-in on the app. The difference, however, is where usually you would just pull up and then at the entryway, they would just give you your card and you can go to the pools and wait to be get the notification to go up to your room. You actually had to go to the front desk still because of their new safety protocols. So they get the information from you, let you know what is new about their protocols with their phased opening, and then they let you go on your way. So that's how the online check-in went.
Okay.
And yes.
So were you able to go right to your room, or you still had some time to wait?
No, well, so that was definitely a perk, silver lining in all of this, because it was day 1.
Oh, well,
yes,
yeah.
The room was available and ready for us. So we got here about right at opening at 10 o'clock. So that was definitely a nice thing. We went right to the room, got situated, and then headed right down to the pools.
That's awesome. And so tell me then about the mask. So it is required on property. How does that work? Or the face coverings?
Yes. So for anyone that's 2 years and older, yes, masks are required all throughout the property. The only time you can have the mask off is when you're actually in the water or dining. So even if you're lounging, you're supposed to have the mask on.
Okay.
And that's just because they want to make sure that everyone is safe and yeah.
Sure. Now that makes sense. So you felt very comfortable then during the stay because you've been there a few days now. And
Absolutely.
it looks so beautiful.
It is. I mean, it's just magnificent. I don't know if you can hear the ocean right now. Yeah, because it's the phased opening, it's definitely a limited capacity. What that number is, I don't know, but I feel it.
Okay.
I've never felt that there was any kind of crowd or congestion, especially with our past experience coming here pre-COVID. There's definitely a difference, and you can tell too with the lounge chairs as an indication, because where you would see rows and rows of chairs, you know, all right next to each other, they're actually separated in groups of 2, 3, 4, 6 feet apart. So there's a lot less. But at the same time, when you're there, you notice that there's availability. So it's not like you have to rush down at 8 a.m. in the morning when the pool's open to secure a spot. There's going to be a spot available at this time. That's how it is.
Okay. And you don't have any problem sitting with your family. So a family of 4, your chairs are all together, like a grouping is what you said.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem at all. So, and it would be, yeah, exactly. You couldn't be right next to another family or another individual that's not part of your group.
Okay. And how have your kids done with that? Has that been okay as far as, swimming, and I'm assuming the slides are open?
Yes. I mean, my kids, they're just in heaven. They were so excited to be here. I think they don't even realize all of the, the spacing and whatnot. They're just here to have fun, and they've been full up having fun. Yeah. So another example of the comfort level, the elevators was gonna be a concern of mine personally. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get in an elevator with a bunch of people.
Right.
So they have signs up, and the rule is only 1 party per elevator or up to 4 individuals. And I would say not once since I've been here on this 2-night, 3-day stay have I had to run into the opportunity or that situation where we're all trying to race for the same elevator. So
Right.
elevator opens, it's just me and my family to go up and down. So
Perfect.
yeah.
And what about the cast members around? Are you noticing there's still plenty of people as far as cleaning things? How does that work?
Yeah, the cast members, man, they've been so welcoming. They are definitely dedicated cast members to do the high touch point areas, sanitizing like the rails, the chairs, the lounge chairs, everywhere. So again, that adds to the comfort level of us and the guests.
Sure. I hear those birds. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
and
And
right
then
above me in the coconut trees.
is it still the same as far as like picking up towels? I'm assuming they try to keep people distance. I mean, going on the slides, do they just have
Yes.
lines?
So for the slides, they actually rotate. There's 2 slides there. They'll rotate them hourly. So, and yes, they have the social distancing markers. So they're 6 feet apart. Yep. So that's there. And also with the restaurants, a lot of them are just to go type restaurants. There are 2 sit down restaurants, the Olelo Room and the Off the Hook. You can sit down. And again, it never felt crowded. The servers will wear both the mask and the visor,
Okay.
the face shield, just for extra precaution.
Okay. And
And
off the
also
hook,
for the,
it's
yeah, the
outside though.
menus. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Off the hook is an outside dining though, too, right? Doesn't it
It
have?
is. It's open air, outdoor dining. And so is the Olelo Room. They also have, I mean, they have an indoor portion, but it's all open air. So like, you can feel the fresh air coming in and out.
Okay.
So they have a covered area, and then they have the lanai area where you have the live music right there by the fish pond and the stream.
Oh, sounds wonderful. What about characters? Because I know in the past you might see characters walking around. I'm assuming they're not there right now.
Yeah. So again, with the face opening right now, there are no character interactions. However, we did have a nice little treat yesterday when we were in the pool, our favorite pool, the infinity pool. My daughter looked up and saw Minnie Mouse waving from one of the lanai, the 3-bedroom villa lanais right there overlooking the whole property.
Oh,
So that was fun. She got excited, and then everybody in the pool got excited.
so
And
they
then
are
later
still
on,
there. They're
they're
still
there.
there.
They
It's
are
just,
there.
yeah, they're just maybe waving from their room or
Yeah.
that's awesome. Very cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Very, very neat. But all the pools are open then. Now, what about, I know Auntie's Beach House is a really fun place for the kids, but right now I guess that is not open yet. Is that right?
That's right. Auntie's Beach House is not open. We love the beach club there, but to be determined soon.
Okay. That
Hopefully.
is awesome. That is good to know. So tell us more about what you've done there. You've been there a few nights, and anything special that's happened that you've done?
Yeah, so there are limited activities, but there's still some fun stuff. One of like my kids' favorite things to do is the Menehune Adventure Trail. And that's where you can go and check out a tablet at the Pauhana Community Room. And then you can go around the property, and it's an interactive scavenger hunt. And you get to learn about the Hawaiian culture, the history, with some fun Menehune, the legendary Menehune tales in there. So they go in there, and it's like little magical stuff happen throughout the resort for the kids. So they love that. So that's available.
And if I remember right, when you're on the lazy river, which I'm assuming is open, when
It is
on the lazy river, there's a certain amount of Menehune that are positioned along there that you could count. And I'm trying to remember, I've been around that lazy river many times, but I don't think I've ever counted every single one they say is there. Do you know how many are there?
I don't know, but that's the thing. Every time we come here, there's more. And it's not just on the lazy river. It's all throughout the resort. I mean, you'll find them in the gift shop. You'll find them in the restaurants.
I think there's even one in the elevator, right? Like up on top somewhere.
There is elevator. You'll find them in the Rainbow Reef, the little snorkeling reef that they have. In fact, that's something that my son did. He's always wanted to do that, and this is the first time he did it. So you can go snorkeling and with all the local fish that you would find here in the ocean are in that reef.
Okay, so that's still open, and that's a kind of a private experience, right? So he
It
gets to
is.
go in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you get a day pass to do that, or you could do like the whole stay. So we ended up just upgrading to the whole stay. It is a premium experience, so you do have to pay a little extra for that. But yeah, it was reasonable, we thought.
Did all of you go?
No, it was just
Oh,
him.
okay, just him. Because I was going to say it's so cold. I've at least what I've been told. I don't think I've ever touched the water, but I know it's really cold where they have those to make it,
It
real, natural. So
Yeah, for the fish. Yeah, and that's when I'm a wuss when it comes to being
yeah,
cold. So unless my son really wanted me to go, I was gonna stand back, and he turned out he was just fine. So
yeah, I have chickened out every single time, but I know there's that glass window and you can watch and look into the fish. And so that's as close as I've gotten to going in with the fish. Not just because the cold, but because there's fish in there with me. But tell me about the beach because I love the beach down there in the inlet area. Are all the chairs still out there on the along the sand? How does that work?
they are. So they're all out there, but just like the pool lounge chairs, they are spaced out differently to promote the social distancing.
Okay.
You'll find signs everywhere. Yeah, so it's really well done in my opinion.
That's super. What about those like paddle boards or kayaks or whatever you could rent? Can you still rent those right now?
You can, yes, you can.
Okay.
You can rent those, and then there's if you're staying here, like the boogie boards, those are complimentary. So there are things that the resort will still hand out to you to use out there on the beach.
That's awesome. Very, very cool.
Mhm.
So it sounds like you guys have had a lovely time. I know you had a special experience before at one of the restaurants there. You want to tell me about it? I think it was your daughter's
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, so just before all of this happened with COVID in March, we had my daughter's birthday here at the Makahiki buffet for the character breakfast. And then we also stayed here along with some of our friends. And so we went to the Olelo room for dinner one night, and they had live music, Hawaiian music, and a hula dancer. And my daughter and her two good friends, kindergartners, got up and started doing their hula with the performers. And then it just got so interactive, and they were putting in requests, like even though it wasn't Christmas, the Mele Kalikimaka. So they went ahead and played that for them so that they could do their performance from their Christmas, time. That was beautiful. So then coming back here with the opening, we went back to the Olele room because it's available to sit down. And they didn't have the hula dancer, but they had live Hawaiian music. The only difference was they had the plexiglass for the safety reasons, and it just
Sure.
brought back memories. And to just be in it again with the Hawaiian music and this awesome oasis, it was just awesome.
Oh, it sounds lovely. I'm so happy that you got to go and experience it again and bring all those memories, even though, things are a little different. It still sounds like it's absolutely perfect the way I remember Aulani. So that's awesome. Is
Yes.
there anything else that you want to share with us that you've done or seen while you're there? Or you just want to get back to the fun
Um,
because it's an early morning for you there right now.
It is, but this is great because I can take my time. My kids are still sleeping for sure.
Oh,
They
you've
are
been
wore out from all the fun they've had. Yeah, I will say just one more little thing. So for the activities, like this is something that my daughter had gotten last time. That's still
oh,
available to make. And these are to-go kits, so you can actually take these home. You select all the details, and then you take them home, and then you put it together.
okay.
Let's
So
see if I can put
that
this
for those
on.
that are on the
Yeah, isn't
pod,
that cute?
yeah, for those that are on the podcast, it's a headband with Mickey ears. So you made that as one of the activities, and it's got flowers and beautiful ribbons. So you went
Yeah,
into,
my daughter made it.
oh,
Yeah.
your daughter made it.
Yeah,
Wow.
she
Oh,
made
it's
it.
beautiful. So she got a kit to do it. So you don't go in the community room anymore to do it. You can bring it back to your own room.
Right. That's one of the differences is like you can't stay in that room. You can just go and pick up a to-go kit. You get to pick out the details, and then you take it home and you can put it together.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Well, it is very beautiful. So that's cool. We will look forward to that. And I know they used to have some ukulele lessons and things like that. And then the storytelling around the fire. So I'm sure as time goes on, some of that will be coming back.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they did say you can actually check out a ukulele. It's a special one because it has the chords, the learning chords indicated on the ukulele, along with a DVD, and you can take that up to your room and do ukulele lessons in your room.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm not sure my family would want to hear me doing that. So, or I could imagine the two of your kids at the same time.
Oh yeah, so much fun.
Yes. Oh, that's
Um,
so awesome. Thank you
yeah.
so much, Karen. I really appreciate you coming today and talking to us and taking time out of your vacation. But it looks so beautiful there in Hawaii and there at Aulani. And I'm super excited to visit again myself. And I'm glad you got this opportunity because, like you said, those memories that you've had and things have been so different the past 8 months. And now you're back and you're getting to
Yes.
experience it again. And that's so awesome. Well, thank you so much too to all our listeners today. Please tune back in with us as we continue to bring you information about destinations that you or your family may want to visit. So take the trip with us, hear our stories about new destinations that we're exploring, learn tips and tricks that we've found useful, and keep dreaming with us about that next destination or the next vacation or the next adventure. So until next time, keep dreaming. Thank you. Bye.
Aloha.